Alright, so I haven't seen too many guides on this game, but I thought that I'd throw my towel in the ring. I don't know if that's even the right terminology. I feel like that means surrender. Alright, so you've got Goblins Keep Coming. It's one of my favorite tower defense games. There's only one mode, and it's very difficult, honestly. For a tower defense game, especially difficult. So on this first wave, I'm building these two towers here because they'll be able to hit both sides. Same with here, and then you don't need to build that sixth tower because you can actually make it through the first 10 waves just on this configuration. And so what I'm actually doing is saving that extra 100 gold that I would use to buy and build the tower here. I'm going to use it to upgrade damage on one of these. So if you're unfamiliar with this format, every 10 levels there's something new that you need to prepare for or be aware of. So at wave 10 there's going to be mobs that come from this quadrant of the map. And so, sorry, I don't know what that was. So now you see I've got enough. I'm gonna actually upgrade this guy right here. And at level 5, I'm gonna be able to buy a farm or a mine. And if you get that thing built before the end of round 5, then you can actually harvest the gold from it. So I'm gonna just keep that up here, and so I'll get this. See how this kind of popped up, and I can. So I'm pressing spacebar in 3, so this is the fastest speed that you can go. But basically, what I'm gonna do when I get that amount of gold, I'm gonna pop that mine in and start collecting my 50 gold per round from that one mine. So it's a little bit of a timing thing here. Like right when I get 200, I want to do this. So I'm gonna drop that mine. See, I can collect the gold. Not just like min-maxing kind of thing, and then so keep in mind I have to have about 6 towers over on this side to not take any damage from that 10th wave. But I really do want to prepare myself because at round 10, remember I said something new happens every 10 rounds? Well, stronger mobs start to come from this side as well. But what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start preparing this quadrant here. And I wish there was a way. This is just going to be a long video, I feel like, so you're in for it. So ideally, you want to have 2 towers to that level of upgrade. The first upgrade of speed and damage, preferably this one and that one, by the time you hit round 11. You also want, by round 10, about 6 towers on this side, and that usually will carry you through. And the reason you build them here and not up here, up there, that works up there, but you can actually get away with not building quite as many towers. And you actually sometimes take some damage to your castle there on round 10, depending on which side they come from. If there's a heavier advance from this side, sometimes you get a hit or 2 on your castle, but that's totally okay. It's usually not a big deal. So see, I've got 6 towers here. That should be good going into round 10. And now what I want to do is actually hang on to that gold. I'm gonna upgrade. I'm actually gonna build that farm. And this is kind of a risky play here, but I'm gonna build this farm here, that mine there. See how they're kind of coming pretty dang close right there? Yeah. And then if I hit, so see that I actually worked this out perfect. So I'm gonna have 200 gold, which is gonna give me, yep. And so I'm gonna get 100 gold from here, and I can actually do exactly what I wanted to do. Remember I said I wanted 2 towers upgraded, first upgrade, speed and damage before round 11, so I've got that. Now this side is going to be a little bit vulnerable, but this side should be okay. So what I want to do, see, I'm probably going to take some hits on my castle here. Yep. But it's okay to take damage like in the first, because it's really easy to repair going into that like that. And I'm hoping these guys are going to get cleaned up really quickly. If they don't, then what you do, you just have enough and you pop a tower down right there and you're okay. So you collect, and then what you really want to do now is you just kind of want to fill out your defense on this side, which you're going to carry into the 20th round. And then you start upgrading over here, and keep in mind at round 20 we're going to have mobs coming in from this quadrant down over here. So at this point it's just a balancing game, right? You know, you're going to take some hits with this strategy on that side, but the primary focus, these guys do a lot more damage to your wall, and that guy will get cleaned up. So I've got some gold, I've got some decisions that I can make. What I'm probably going to do here is be a little bit smart. I'm not going to upgrade speed on one tower, I'm going to get 2 damage towers. It'll hopefully diversify my damage a little bit. And then I'm going to build one more tower here. And then I'm going to start upgrading towers on this quadrant right here going into wave 15. And if I'm not quite making it on this, I'm going to have to keep upgrading towers, but it looks like I'm cleaning out pretty well over there. So now I'm going to go ahead and upgrade 1 damage here, and I'm going to upgrade speed on this guy. And like I said, now it's just all about maintaining. So the reason this tower defense is super challenging is because not only do you need to manage all of your quadrants, but you need to keep track of when harder mobs are coming in on each side and be prepared accordingly. I'll probably make it to about wave 50 on this run, and then also just really readily being able to drop your gold mines is absolutely crucial. So I'm going to do speed, and then I'm going to do another damage, and I'm looking pretty good going into wave 20. And so for wave 20, so the way these quadrants are kind of organized, so you have sort of easy difficulty, medium difficulty, hard difficulty over here. And I would say, depending on how you play it, this quadrant is usually where you lose at if you're not careful and you're not paying attention to what you're building. So we don't have speed mobs coming in on this quadrant for quite some time, so I'm just building damage and not worrying too much about speed. And on this side, this tower is probably good to not be upgraded for a little while. By wave 31, you want max damage towers on this side to handle the Goblin King that comes through. And all this obviously is just, you just have to play a lot. I've logged quite some hours in this game. Mostly because I actually really do love tower defense games. And I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade speeds on these 4, because these are the ones that are doing the most damage here. And it's always good to have these inside towers upgraded just in case something leaks through. So this side's probably good going into wave 20. This side's going to need a little bit more damage, but what I'm mostly concerned with, so we have 2 rounds until waves are going to start coming over here. So I'm going to start actually setting myself up so I don't get anything crept through. And so I've been playing around with like this configuration right here a little bit lately, and I'm not sure if it's better than the ones that I've had in the past, but we'll see. So I'm gonna take my gold, and before I finish up my actually let's just finish up our defense over here. So I'm gonna do that right there, and then I'm gonna go ahead and here's another little trick that I've been trying lately. So this is kind of like not necessarily advised, but I've found that it handles the Goblin Kings really well when you have a bunch of damage front loaded up on this side, because like look how much run space they have. They're going to be getting hit by these towers right here. Really not a bad idea at all to do that. So you could take a look. These are getting cleaned up. This side are getting cleaned up. I'm looking really good so far. And as you can see, we've only taken a little bit of damage. So I'm going to go ahead and collect my mines and just, and really, I mean, if you're trying to min-max, it's actually better to build your mines at the end of each round when you know that you've made it without needing any sort of upgrades or anything. And now my objective, I'm going to start upgrading damage 2 on this side, because when the fast bomb goblins come through, I'm definitely going to need that level 2 upgrade. And you can see these guys are getting cleaned up pretty easily. So the way that these creeps work, so this side is just going to basically, from level 1, it's going to start here, in the same way that level 1 started at level 10 here, and level 1 started at level 1 here. So you can kind of just mimic whatever you do on this side, you just rotate it to every quadrant. And that's pretty straightforward. So like I said, the biggest challenge in this particular tower defense game is not your tower upgrades necessarily, but it's your timing, your tempo on your tower upgrades. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, your tempo on the tower upgrades. And eventually on this side, you do want to actually front load some damage up here and up here for the Goblin Kings that come through. But if you do upgrade max here, you'll handle the Goblin King just fine. I get a little bit spooked when I don't have any damage going out with all this real estate up here, especially here. I mean, come on. So see how I handled those fast mobs right there pretty readily. So I'm gonna collect my mines here, and I'm gonna continue, because remember, by round 31 we need max upgrade, 4 max upgrade towers on this side. So I've got 3. Let's start upgrading speeds here, because I can do that. And then we're gonna keep moving forward here. And so, I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 towers, which is actually probably not optimizing very well. You only really need 6 towers for the first 10 or 20 waves and just upgrade them. So to actually, you know, you could probably do without that tower and that tower, honestly. But so I'm gonna collect here, and it's probably a good idea to start upgrading this and that, and then that and that, and then we're upgrading this, and that'll carry us into wave 30 on this side actually, so we're good on that side. The main thing is by wave 25 we're gonna want probably at least 1 max tower on this side, and at wave 30 they're gonna start coming in. But this is the easiest side. Literally, you don't lose on that side. That's pretty much, you just drop a bunch of towers and forget about that side for the most part. So those are the fast bomb ones, and that's gonna get cleaned up right there. You know, some people, this tower, you know, depending on how the creeps go, sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't, but it is nice to have that there, just for the peace of mind, honestly. So we've got max tower upgraded there, and then we're gonna do speed here, and we're definitely on our way. So we're looking good. And you can see, I'm probably going to need to either upgrade here, add a tower here, or I personally like throwing a tower down right here, because this just, and then upgrading this one actually. It's not a bad idea to upgrade that one, and we'll throw some damage on that side as well, just to give us some peace of mind. And the cool thing about your farms now is that you can farm enough and at the end of one round just to drop another mine. And so I think it takes something like, it's so if it costs 200, you get 50 rounds, so it takes 4 rounds for these guys to pay off themselves and actually start making money on them. So they're I guess that it doesn't really matter, but you want to drop them earlier than later. So see, those are getting cleaned up. Yeah, we're good on this side still. And this side's only going to get harder. This actually side ramps up pretty quick from this point on. So we have 4 rounds until the creeps from the desert. So what we're going to want to do is upgrade to max there, upgrade to max there, and we're definitely we're going to be dancing. We're going to be okay. We're going to be a-okay. See how once you get that max damage, I mean, they just very easily clean those up. Let's see how we're doing down here. And actually, this side is probably the one that we need to be most concerned with right now. Yeah. Those are getting taken care of very nicely. And as you can see, we have plenty of gold. So, I mean, if you're playing well and you're not stressed out and you're not impulse buying things and upgrading things too quickly, then you really don't need to stress out too much about really anything. So I'm gonna upgrade that to max, and then I'm actually gonna let's do this guy, and we're gonna bring him up, and we're gonna bring let's bring this guy up too, and that'll take care of that'll bring us into round 30 probably, and we'll be okay. But at round 30, we're probably gonna want to start upgrading these guys to max as well, just because the way that I've set this up, they need to do a lot of damage pretty quickly. because I haven't built up here and I haven't built up here at all. And building up here, there's different thoughts on this. And when I say different thoughts, I've thought different thoughts on this because I don't know anyone who plays this game. But there's not a lot of pathing that you can't really take advantage of a lot of towers in this area. So it's kind of, you probably want to focus on this right there. That's where all your damage really needs to happen. That's where the fun happens for you. Alright, so I'm 2 rounds, and honestly, like, I'm not really at risk of like leaking anything. So what I'm gonna do, and the way that I optimize these, so see how that's gonna get covered. So I'm gonna do one right there, and I'm literally just gonna do the same configuration I did down low on the first quadrant we worked with, and this will carry us into round 10, or 10 rounds from now, so round 40. And we have 2 waves until we need 4 max towers on this lane. So let's just go ahead and take care of those now. Let's get those out of the way. Alright, so we have 4 max towers. So this one is going to be good, honestly, until probably 6 rounds or so, maybe even 10, depending. Looks like we're still cleaning up here. These are going to start to need to come up pretty soon, but right now our major focus needs to be this right here. So let's start strategically upgrading these guys right here and making sure. And so I'm just gonna drop mines. You'll see how I do this. I don't min-max too much on gold at this early on in the game because I'm not taking any damage really. So it's not a terrible thing to drop mines right in the beginning without building towers first. And see, these are getting cleaned up pretty quickly. These guys are still getting taken care of, but I think what I'm gonna do is actually kind of bump some of these up real quick and just give myself some peace of mind, because we are getting those stronger goblins now, and we want to take care of those. So if you remember on this first lane, we had, I think, 4, yeah, these 4 were upgraded 1 and 1 by round 11. I think we had 2 at least. And so it's wave 31, so it's round 11 for this round, or for this quadrant technically. And so since we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 towers at 1 and 1, we're chilling in for another 9 rounds here. Alright, and then I didn't even show you guys, but we're just cleaning house up here. This is fine. This is chilling. You don't even really have to think about up here. So we want to get 4 max towers on this one, just like we did over here, and then start upgrading this really strong again. Yep, see I just took some damage there. And then this is the king. This is the Goblin King. He hits your castle once you're dead in the water. So since I'm taking damage on this side, I'm just gonna actually pop some of these up real quick. And it's a little bit risky because I think I built the minimum. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, okay, that was easy, easy peasy. And actually, I'm gonna spend a little money and upgrade just because it's cheaper to upgrade that thing or to heal your wall earlier on in the game than it is later on in the game, because it scales, I think, with the level that you you go with. So that the earlier on in the game, it's cheaper to heal your castle actually. And on this side, so once I get these major crux kind of upgraded all the way, I'm actually gonna start thinking about building up here a little bit. But for now, it looks like we're very easily handling everything we need to. And see, these purple guys are pretty spooky, so I'm actually gonna bring this guy up a little bit. And it looks like we're taking care of everything pretty easily so far. And so, following the build pattern that I used down here by wave 40, I'm actually gonna start bringing these guys up so I don't leak anything through. And we are chilling so far. We have 1, 2 at a max. This guy's almost a max. Let's bring this guy up actually. And then the next one that we'll bring up is probably going to be either that one or that. Probably this one right here. We're going to bring that guy up. And this one we can actually probably start bringing some of those towers up. This one's still handling everything okay. Starting to get a little bit nervous on some of these quadrants, especially up here and over here, and everything is going to start to get a lot more challenging going forward from here probably. I really want to start thinking about upgrading higher than level 1 upgrades on both of them on this lane, but I think we're going to be okay for now. Just with your basic upgrades, you're probably good on this lane, and then I'm going to go ahead and probably bring some of these guys up and see how easily those get taken care of still. We're not even worried on that lane. So as my normal pattern, I'm going to drop another mine. And I'm going to probably want to start thinking about adding some damage to this lane because things are going to start to get harder to hit. Before I get to round 41, I need probably 5 or 6 max upgrade towers on this lane. Because that's when the King Goblin comes on this lane. And see, we're still handling everything pretty good on this lane and on that lane. So let's bring those, and we won't even have to look at that for a little while. And so you can really start to see how you can build your economy pretty easily by being consistent with these mines. So I'm gonna want to start thinking about putting an ice tower down in here, and I'm gonna want to start thinking about getting some damage kind of up here and over here, just so that I'm not leaking anything just by sheer volume getting thrown in here. So let's bring up some towers up in here. And then I'm pressing spacebar in 3, which automatically sends the row and then upgrades selects the fastest speed, wave speed. So we have 5 towers at max, and so you can go 37 waves without anything creeping through with just 5 towers on this lane. Let's see how we're doing down here. We're gonna need some stronger towers by wave 40 on this lane. So let's actually bring some of these online. Probably gonna want maybe this one up here being upgraded, because that can actually hit the creeps that are coming down here and over here, so not a bad upgrade. And at wave 41 we're gonna have a Goblin King coming from the north, and you don't actually know if it comes from this side or that side, honestly, so that's why this strategy is actually pretty smart, because so as long as you're punching them down before they get to your gate, then you're pretty much set no matter which direction they come from. So let's upgrade that guy right there. Probably bring him up all the way online. He's good. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at max. We probably need to bring one more online max on that side before round 41. And we really, really need to start thinking about adding some damage on this lane. So we're bringing that guy all the way online. And this should be able to handle a Goblin King, I want to say. Let's be safe. So this is where, honestly, the game could start to get a little bit sketchy for me. I'm not super comfortable past wave 45, if I'm being completely honest. I'm not exactly sure what it takes as far as build configuration to be comfortable past 45 sometimes. It just feels random, honestly. So when the screen's shaking, you kind of see there's a big old goblin coming through. He's coming from this side, so we'll clean that up pretty easily. I'm just gonna bring him up. We're doing okay on this side. We're getting a little bit scary over there. So let's bring another one. Oh, come on, and we're good. that's a little close for comfort. So we don't get another big goblin on that lane for a while, so we're probably okay. We really want to start bringing some damage online here though. So I'm gonna, before I even send these waves, I'm gonna try to bring another tower up all the way. See how we're doing over here. Yeah, these are just easily taking care of those. That's insane. So we're gonna bring those all the way online. This one all the way online. And when I say all the way online, I just mean max upgrades for the level 1 tower. Those are being handled quite easily. Honestly, I think we're doing pretty good so far, guys. I think we're doing okay. I mean, if anything, we're gonna see one of these lanes is gonna start to get really difficult, and we'll see how we do then. Nice. So that's, I mean, that guy was just very easily taken care of. And obviously we're going to clean out our farm. And this I mean, I keep calling them farms, they're mines. I really don't see any reason not to build mines, because they allow you to upgrade so much more broadly across your 4 spheres. They just give you that economy to really push you through some of these harder rounds. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 max level towers on this row, on this quadrant. And oop, I was kind of worried about that. Oh, that guy's gonna hit my gate. So we didn't do very well on that side. So we have to actually build some damage over there. I didn't babysit it well enough, but fortunately, as you can see, I've got the economy for it. It's really bring 1 max level tower online, and I'm probably just want to punch one of these guys up to some more damage. And honestly, a better investment would probably be this tower, but we'll be okay. See how we're doing up here and up here. This is a really sneaky side. This one can get you in trouble. And sometimes, honestly, when I just get a bunch of gold, I'll just like punch one up to max and not even worry about it for a very long time. Yeah, these guys will get cleaned up. So we don't have another, we probably have another 8 rounds before a big guy comes from that side anyway, so. Get some economy going. I'm gonna send this next round, and then I'm gonna probably upgrade some on this one, get these max, because there's a big goblin coming from this side pretty soon, actually. I think in 7 levels, maybe. So we're handling purple okay, but blue is going to start coming out, and that's when we're going to be probably struggling a little bit on this side for the first time in the game. We're handling purple on this side very well. And we're going to want to... So I'm going to build a farm right away. And I'm using like a I'm not sure if this is going to get me in trouble on YouTube, but I'm using like a playlist. I wonder if that's going to get me in trouble. So we're chilling on this lane, honestly. We're going to be really sitting fine. So we have 1 max. Oh! They're coming through on this lane. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So we probably need to start building over here more. I'm just gonna upgrade or heal my wall, because I can. That's the benefit of having all this economy going on, is that you can kind of afford to make some of those decisions to mend your castle if you want to. Now at wave 50, we're gonna actually be probably wanting an ice tower on this lane, and so ice tower is probably most effectively gonna go in. Start it here. See how we go. So the ice tower is a little bit pricey. You actually have to upgrade to a level 2 tower, and then you have to pay another 1,000 gold to upgrade to that ice tower. And you definitely want that ice tower before wave 50, honestly. You start to get yourself in some big trouble. So I'm just gonna drop that down and then not really think about this lane for a little bit. See how we're doing over here. We're doing okay over here. No, that's just already cleaned up. Very fun. So see, we're getting kind of close to the wall on this side, which is why I really do like dropping down like 2 towers up here and just letting them whittle away at some of the faster mobs. Make it a little bit less crowded by the time they get down to my major gauntlet there. So that one tower is kind of cleaning up the majority of the at least weaker creeps coming through. That's really helpful, and I'll do the same thing up here. So that should actually put us in a pretty good position up here, at least until wave 50, and then we're going to probably want to consider throwing down an ice tower before wave 60 on this side. As you can see, that ice tower is really allowing my other towers to do a lot of work here. So we're max tower there. I'm gonna drop another gold mine. And we have a big green goblin coming in on this quadrant pretty soon. I think honestly we'll probably just kill it. I don't think it'll be a problem for us, but let's build some of these towers up. So we just built 2 max towers there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we'll be okay. I think for just a safety measure, we could probably build that up a little bit more. And see, we've got fast creeps on this side, so we probably are not equipped for that. Yeah, that was a good little upgrade. Nice. Yeah, so this guy, yeah, not a chance that guy's gonna make it through, honestly. And see how that tower did a lot of work on that guy there too. So he probably will make it about right here. Huh. He got cleaned up pretty quick. Dead. Very nice. So we probably want to start thinking about getting an ice tower on the north quadrant. This is one of my better rounds. We definitely want to maybe bring some of these ones online to max. This side, like I said in the early game, you just kind of upgrade these towers and just let the lane be forgotten for the most part. Yeah, those are getting cleaned up. We probably want to bring this tower online to max if we can. See these ice mobs, these guys are beefy. We're gonna need some more damage on this lane. How I want to do that, I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. I think what I'm maybe going to do, I'm going to put an arrow tower right here, a level 2 tower, and upgrade that guy to max. But at this point in the game, honestly, I haven't really optimized too much. I'm not sure whether it's worth it just to build a bunch of level 1 towers and upgrade them all the way, or upgrade a level 2 tower. I just don't know when the appropriate time is to do that. And actually, so we're gonna go there. Ooh, that's spooky. So we're gonna upgrade the damage to that. And so the Maximus, so that's 250 damage and 1.75 speed. And so you can see that these guys, you have to upgrade the damage for them to be better, but so monetary wise, the first level 2 tower kind of is awful, but it has a potential to do a lot more damage than the level 1 tower, and I think that's kind of what you're holding out for. So this lane is doing okay still, and we're gonna pretty easily upgrade that. How are we doing on this side? We're probably gonna want to bring that guy up to max. Sure how we're doing over here. Bring that guy up. Yeah, we definitely want an ice tower on that lane pretty soon here. Man, this lane is spooky. Like I said, we're gonna bring those mines up online. And at this point, it might actually be a wise idea for me to min-max a little bit more with these mines, but I don't necessarily think that that's going to be the difference at this point in the game. So we're still handling everything okay. I'm getting a little bit worried overall. I mean, see, we're kind of at this point, economy is really one of your biggest issues. You know, where are you spending your money? Because at 61 we get a big king, a goblin king on this lane, so we need 4 max upgrade towers. So we have 5 more waves on this lane before we need another max tower. And I'm almost starting to get a little spooked on this lane. This lane definitely needs an ice tower. So I'm gonna build one right here, and that's gonna cover this little gauntlet there. And we're we're really thin on this lane. I'm not really sure exactly what to do here, honestly. So we're gonna turn this guy into a level 2 tower. Farm our gold mines, and then we're gonna bring this guy up to ice tower, and then we're gonna start adding some more damage on this lane, I think, because this lane is starting to really spook me out a bit. So we got an ice tower going there. That's going to keep us safe for a little while on that lane, at least until level 60, and then we have to start considering building up something else over there. Oh man, this is just sad. So we're gonna actually be able to upgrade that guy to max. And just for comparison, you've got 500 damage versus 250 damage, so it does double the damage of your level 1 max tower, and it's faster by about 1 stone's throw per second, I think is how that works. And over here, I mean, really, I could probably throw another max damage tower up in here somewhere. Let's actually, I mean, we could really be fun, and where would I even put an ice tower? You know what, let's just upgrade a max tower, and then that should hold us over on that lane for a little bit. And I'm gonna mine here, and at this point I could die at any minute. You're gonna see how quickly this game ends from this point on. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble going forward here. But I think like something that I'm probably gonna want to invest in on this lane at least is another max damage level 1 tower, level 2 tower actually. Because once you get to level 60, this lane just becomes nearly untenable. So let's start upgrading that guy. mind, I've gotten myself in trouble here. No, I'll be okay there. He'll probably go down. I hope he will. That would be really sad if he didn't go down. Oh, well, we've got... There we go. He'll go down now for sure. Dead. Okay. We are chilling. We're chilling, guys. We're chilling. But you're going to see this first quadrant that we started in is going to start getting absolutely absurd. And then this one quickly ramps up too. So we're going to see. We are going to see if I can compete with the best of them. Because I think... I actually don't know what the highest level achieved in this game is. Because I haven't really seen anyone play this level. Wow, that was actually pretty fun. Oh, my castle, please. So we really we're in trouble here. We just wasted so much gold healing our castle. That was not a smart move. I think what this lane needs is probably a level 2 tower right there. This might be it, you guys. I might be over. If I can't... Oh, maybe not. How are we doing over here? Yeah, we're a sight for sore eyes, ladies and gentlemen. This is no bueno. We are struggle bussing it. But there is hope. There is hope. I think we can maybe turn this boy around. We'll see. We'll see if we can make something good out of this. Let's heal up a little bit. I know that's just such a waste of resources at this point in the game, but because we're just going to be taking just tons of damage, honestly. With the setup that I've got, you know, I don't know exactly how to do any better than I've done. See, like, that guy's just going to sit there. Oh, and yeah, we're dead here. That guy's got so much health. Please die. I don't know if we've done this. You know what might be a good idea here? We can just go into survival mode and just see if we can bring online a bunch of level 1 max level turrets, see what we do here. That actually might not be a bad idea, honestly. Because if you remember, the level 1 turrets are actually not terrible. Oh! That's it, boys and girls. That's it. Wave 64. Not bad. I mean, so you can basically restart here, and I think there's some strategy involved in that, because you can basically not spend all that money on repairing your castle, let yourself die, and then instead use that money to build a bunch of towers, which is what I probably should have done, honestly. But we're honestly a little bit too late in the game for that. Maybe next time. See, how do you like that? That's the one thing about this game. I honestly don't know how you manage. Like, see, like, this guy's just pounding on my gate. Like, how do you... And then you start running out of room for farms, and it just takes forever to farm. There should be a button that you can automatically collect all your money from your farms. That would be a really awesome, like, quality of life bonus to this game. And then what I think I need to do is the same thing that I did. Honestly, I don't I don't know what I can do, honestly. We're pretty much dead in the water here, boys and girls. Because I'm spending all my money on these 2 lanes now. Like, what about my other lanes? What's going on over here? Are we dead over here? No, we're good, I guess. Huh. So if you remember, like, early on in the game, it costed like 100 gold. Now it's 528 gold to fix anything. That's just basically there's no point in repairing your fence at this point. You should just put money into I think this far into late game, I honestly think I might have upgraded these tower 2s too early. I think it's probably better to just have two max level 1s. Because these level, yeah, see, I mean, the level 2 towers, they do so much more damage, but they only are, they're one unit. What do you do? How are we doing over here? We're still killing stuff over here. Like, this is the easiest lane. We're just chilling up there. All right, we're almost dead, you guys. We're making it the best we can, but I think we're at the end of our journey together. I think we're nearing the end of our journey together. That actually might hold us over on that lane, we'll see. Hang on. Yeah, we're fine up there. That's fine. So I think if I'm gonna change anything up, I honestly think the level 2 towers, like, they are not worth it until much later on in the game. Because these level 1s honestly seem to be doing a lot of good work. Oop. So if I just keep building these guys, I mean, if I just really commit to this gauntlet down here, I think I'll be okay. But we're almost dead, you guys. We're getting very close to dead, and I mean, you can tell this lane is not long for this world. Wow, incredible. I mean, do I upgrade my wall? Do I commit? Let's commit, you guys. Let's do it. Let's really do this. Honestly, if we lose, it'll probably be in this lane. How funny would that be? Wow. Let's upgrade a little bit. Upgrade. Ooh. That was probably a bad use of resources, honestly, you guys. Don't let me do that anymore. This is actually one of my better games I've played in a while here. Not bad at all. Come on! Help! Oh, that guy's just gonna get through and he's just gonna destroy my gate. Yeah, that's... Oh! Okay. And then we have our first Ice King on this lane. Oh, let's see if we can handle it. Come on. Nice. Oh. Uh-oh. That might be it, boys. No. Okay. So this lane needs an ice lane, actually. Or a ice tower. So we're gonna do that. Do we still have a... Oh, we've got a big guy up here. Okay. That guy's gonna go down, and I think that's actually gonna give me enough. Yeah. So we gotta get a nice tower going. It's actually more than I could have ever expected from this round. This is just, I was like, you know what, I was actually on YouTube looking for some strategy guides for this game, and I just didn't find any good ones, and so I thought I'd throw my own into the ring, honestly, and just see how we go. Because I think that this game is far too oh, that's it for me. That's those guys getting through. That's too much. That's a good game, you guys. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. And this is just the worst. Your castle has collapsed and you haven't survived long enough to get a second chance. What will you do? I'm sure there's some strategy that I'm missing out on with this second chance stuff. I'm sure there's a way that you can game it and go 30 levels more than you thought you could. Well, we're at wave 71. That's not bad, you guys. Thanks for watching.